Okay, I think I'm ready to talk to you guys about what the hell happened. I don't even know where to start actually. Well, as a lot of you know, getting my breeding program off the ground has been a huge task. It cost a lot of money to feed a pig. When you have pigs not producing, you will go underwater very fast. The only thing that has kept the breeding program going is my TikTok videos. At the end of the day, that's supposed to be my income, my money to grow the farm, not to keep everything afloat. So through winter into spring, I was feeding about 8 sows that weren't producing anything for me. So I've been slowly culling my entire breeding program except for the young ones. With over 15 sows and gilts, Lizzo is the only one who has produced anything worthwhile. She is the only one who has been raised here from an 8-week-old. Recently, Amy and Miley had their second litters. Their first litters are a practice, so you don't judge them off of their first litters. Lizzo's first litter was 15. Amy's was 4, 5 technically with a mummy, and Miley's was 2. So Amy and Miley's second litter, Amy technically had 8, but like 3 of them weren't viable babies, and Miley had 4. So that doesn't even cover the feed that it costs to feed them since I bought them. It's not sustainable. So Amy's runt died. That left her with 5 babies. Out of those 5 babies, 2 of them left Amy and went over to Miley's pen, and Miley adopted them. 3 babies that stayed with Amy, she was going through some sort of postpartum depression, and she was not feeding them enough. She was feeding them, she was actively taking care of them, but it wasn't enough. I noticed the other day they were starting to get skinny. So I ended up having to pull all 3 of Amy's piglets, meaning that she couldn't even do the job of taking care of them and getting them to weaning. So Amy has officially been voted off of Pig Love Island, and she will be culled at the end of the month. Now I am feeding milk replacer to 3 piglets, one of which got stepped on, and I had to give her Banamine and other medication to help her because she couldn't stand. Between the milk replacer, the extra care, I'm now having to get up every 2 to 3 hours to take care of them. I just didn't feel comfortable putting them with Miley, primarily because I didn't need them fighting for food from the stronger ones. And I did try to put them with Miley for a minute, and they went right back to Amy. On the same day that I had to pull those piglets, Pumbaa broke in with Miley. The babies were completely fine. He's just being destructive of the fence, and I need to get him moved, but I just haven't had time. I had to fix fence all on my own, all on top of the fact that I had the farrier coming, so it was just a crazy busy day. And I was looking over all of Miley's piglets and her runt, but she wasn't runty. She was kind of breathing hard and sitting off by herself. So I pulled her out, and she had some weird thing going on with her eye. So here's what like her normal eye looked like, and here's her other eye. It was like bulgy. So she had a fever. I was, putting cool rags on her, trying to keep her temperature down, and she just was too weak to make it, and she ended up dying. And that just made me spiral even further, because now here I am down to 8 piglets out of 2 litters, and I'm hand raising 3 of them now. I needed this to go right just once. Like, I haven't gotten to have a single litter that didn't have some sort of issue. We just had pretty much every single thing that could be thrown at us, and I'm just exhausted from it. So even though Miley is doing well at raising those babies, Hayden has basically said, we are not keeping Miley. I know she's a good mother, and he just had to, remind me that we are a business and we will go under entirely if we continue to just keep feeding these pigs who can't feed themselves. So Miley will be culled after she weans these babies, unfortunately. On top of that, my pig dealer had something happen at her farm as well, and she is now taking a step back from farming. So that means that Dumplin cannot go get bread. So now I have to get her AI'd, which is a whole cost that I didn't really factor in because we had a plan to get her live covered there. So now I have to change my plans for Dumplin', and Reba is also not going back, so she is also going to get called at the end of this month. So a lot of changes had to happen very quickly. We had to pivot once again, and I'm just like getting very motion sickness from the constant pivoting. So we have 8 healthy babies now. Marie is doing a lot better with her foot. I will get into more details about like the piglets and updating you on each individual throughout the week. Hayden is spending all day picking up these free telephone poles, and we are going to try and make boards and stuff out of that. So that's going to be a whole new adventure for us to jump into. But I'm just a little burnt out right now. I've taken a break and I've regrouped, and everything's going to be okay. And we have Hannah's meat is all done, and it's gonna get picked up on the 15th. We have our big trip to Virginia to pick up our next venture of pig. I appreciate all of the positive vibes that everybody has sent us. Feeling confident about going forward. And right now, I just want you to guess how much Hannah's butcher bill was, because, oh my God. Just a reminder, Hannah was a little over 700 pounds, probably closer to 8, and that's a lot of meat. She is the biggest pig that we have ever gotten processed, so it was quite the butcher bill. I hope you guys are ready to buy some meat.